Thursday is another day that we are going back to Spain for the fourth time in the UEFA Europa League. Remember, the first time we went to Spain, we beat Real Sociedad by 1-0. We returned and played Barcelona. It ended 2-2. And when we went back to play Real Betis, we beat them by 1-0, meaning that our record away in Spain against against Spanish teams under Eriksen has been really massive, and that calls out for United to go all out and really win. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? And we're watching us from second video of the day, and we are talking Manchester United and Sevilla. This time round, it's Sevilla hosting United at the Roman Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium that has a capacity of 43,883 people. That is the seat. So as it stands, Sevilla is that one team that really has gone ahead to pick form, because ever since they appointed their new manager, they've not lost a game. That is really something where they've got like 2 wins and 2 draws, and over the weekend they beat Valencia away from home by 2-0, and they rested a good number of players that I'm going to come out here and really reveal to you which players were arrested by Sevilla to grant themselves a win of 2-0 against Valencia. For United, we also played away from home. We beat Nottingham Forest by 2-0. Anthony taking the day, scoring the first goal, and then he found himself into a position of really scoring or creating an assist for Diego Dello, and that gave United a new lifeline into that game of football. Now, who is out for Manchester United? Bruno Fernandes is out. Garnacho is out. Donny van de Beek is out. You know, those three, even Rafael Varane is out, and Lisandro Martinez. Those 5 players are completely out. Bruno Fernandes suspended because he got a yellow card into that game, and we found ourselves losing him in this beautiful game of football, of which I'm going to say is going to be a big miss. If at all you looked how he played against Nottingham Forest, because that was his first game playing his natural number 10 position ever since Casemiro was suspended. Because ever since Casemiro was suspended, Bruno has always been playing the double pivot, meaning that the number 10 role has always been played by Sabitzer, or I think it has always been Sabitzer or Weghorst playing the number 10 position. But on his returning to that natural position, he really looked great. But it's going to be very bad that we're going to miss him out onto that game of Sevilla away in Spain. Now, these players are doubts. Marcus Rashford, the manager Erik ten Hag hinted onto the post-match press conference after the game of Sevilla that ended 2-2 at Old Trafford that Marcus Rashford is assumably expected to be available in the game of Sevilla. So we are waiting to see amongst the players of United, they're going to be training tomorrow, whether Rashford is going to be part. Then after that, Marcel Sabitzer pulling out a muscular injury as he really warmed up for the game of Nottingham Forest away on Sunday. That's another doubt, but I won't be shocked if at all he makes it to Spain, because the manager told us that it was really precautionary. So it is that it was precautionary to say to it that they don't make the injury worse. Then Malacia having a swell on his knee. We don't know whether he's going to be fully fit to play on Thursday. Luke Shaw and Scott McTominay, we expect them to be part of the team away at Nottingham. The manager never wanted to hurry them back, so let's wait and see whether they're going to be part of the team of United that really trains tomorrow. And after training, we are going to be traveling to Spain to go ahead and really see what the Roman Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium is all about down there. Now, for Sevilla, they're having Gonzalo Montiel, who got a second yellow card, meaning that he's going to be out of the team of Sevilla as they play Manchester United. And for him, he's suspended. And the other one is Papa Gueye is not expected to play a role into this game of football of United. But the rest of players that really came in through and really played at Old Trafford are all there. You can call it the bulk of the first 11 of Sevilla is really going to go ahead and really play a game into this. When you look at Montiel, he was playing as the right back for Sevilla and is going to be out, and we don't know how that is going to affect them. Either it's going to affect them positively or negatively. So as it stands, They even went ahead to rest some players when they are playing Sevilla. The likes of Ivan Rakitic, Olivier Torres, Tanguy Nizou, and Yassine Bono. All those were really expected to start in the game of United, and they never played away at at Valencia, and they happened to win by 2-0. But Yusuf El Nasiri is expected to come in and replace a player known as Lamela, as they are playing at home. Now, let's get and see what a team of United could be like in a side called Sevilla tomorrow. That is on Thursday, as we take on a team that really came back from behind and obviously scored 2 goals, of which none of those was really a goal scored by them. All of those were own goals, and they are messes made by the team of United. That is Harry Maguire and Tarhel Malacia. Now, the system of Erik Ten Hag, 4-2-3-1, is the system that Ten Hag always deploys on his team. I never know whether he's going to change it in Sevilla when he wants to win. I think he's going to keep the same shape of the team. Now, we go to the team. Which changes is he going to make from those that started over the weekend? David De Gea in goal, no doubt. He is the fully fit goalkeeper. Tom Heaton is injured. Butland is a variable, so I think it's going to be David De Gea in goal. He pulled out close to 2 worldies when you're playing against Sevilla, and over the weekend against Nottingham Forest, the only positive he had to do was to really put out those distributions and kept a clean sheet. So he kept his 14th clean sheet of the season, and this time around we need a clean sheet away in Spain, meaning that if at all we behave very well, we can cause havoc to that team of Sevilla down in Spain. But David De Gea is always there to get us those saves when needed. Right back position, Bissaka coming in and playing very well against Crystal Palace, not against Nottingham Forest on Sunday. I think his node is also readily available to start as the right back of United, and I think every game he plays, he's looking a much more better player than he was with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It shows you how the 3 years that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer spent at Manchester United affected these people, all the players at Manchester United, because they are not improved, they are not developed. But look at just half a season Bissaka is having at Manchester United. Ten Hag is making wonders out of him. Left back, and unless otherwise, Erik Ten Hag just had Malacia arrested, all punished for putting up that clumsy performance, or sloppy performance against Sevilla that saw us concede the first goal in the 84th minute. That's when I see him starting tonight. But if at all he really had a swelling knee, I believe it's all going to be Diego Dallo taking his spot again, as he did against Nottingham Forest when he came in front and even scored a goal, meaning that Malacia, even if he's fit, he might find himself on the bench, and he prepares for the game of Brighton on Sunday. Central defense, I think it's going to be unchanged as plays against Nottingham Forest. I think it's going to be Lindelof and Harry Maguire, unless otherwise Luke Shaw is 100% fit. But I don't even call in to see Luke Shaw coming in through and really playing this game, because if he's on the bench, I would like to see him coming through and play like the last 20 minutes of the game. That's it, because Maguire is a must start, because over the weekend he's not going to play. He's suspended after getting a second yellow card against Fulham in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, meaning that Luke Shaw will just have to get some minutes in his legs to get himself ready to come in through and play for United when you're playing against Brighton in a game that Harry Maguire is suspended. And I think if you're Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof and you're playing against a Spanish side that is really 13th in the league, then you should perform better and win. We should protect that goal of United and cause a win. That's it. So that's what my thought is all about Harry Maguire and Lindelof, that they can really get us a result from Sevilla, because they used to go away in Spain and obviously get wins against Villarreal when they are playing together, right? And they never had Casemiro, So if you're having Casemiro, let's go to the double pivot. With the absentia of Sabitzer and Bruno Fernandes, because Sabitzer is a doubt, I expect Fred to return and Casemiro. I think this is a perfect game for Fred because of his tenacity and and him being a workaholic. He runs himself wisely, and I think that work rate is needed in this game of football. So if at all he's really patrolling that double pivot with Casemiro, I think our central defense will be okay, because he's relentless. He's relentless. You know, he runs unceasingly, and that intensity he puts up through will help us a lot in that midfield. With Casemiro looking sharper, a little bit sharper against Nottingham than he looked against Sevilla, I believe this third game, Casemiro is really going to be so much important and a very much good player at the helm of the midfield, and obviously protect the back four, and those intricate passes that are really allocated in the pockets of space will be really so much important. And I think it's a perfect midfield for United, according to me, because I expect Eriksen to be played as a central attacking midfielder, and that will only happen if at all Sabitzer doesn't pass himself fit. You know, if he finds himself fit and he travels to Sevilla, the manager will be knowing that he can either start the game and play some good minutes in the game, or obviously come off the bench. But I know even when he had the knock at his national team and missed out in the game of Estonia, when he returned with a knee injury, Ten Hag started him in the game of Newcastle, meaning that if Sabitzer is a variable, then he's going to find himself in a position of playing into that beautiful game of United versus Sevilla away in Spain. So if he's not fit, then Eriksen is going to be played into his favorite position, that is number 10. In that position where Eriksen plays, I expect lots of things to happen. One, Casemiro will feed him a lot, and he operates better in that position. That is his best position. You know, he has made his name more as a number 10 than a number 8 who plays in the double pivot alongside Casemiro. I see him as a player who is really going to feed our front three a lot of balls to operate at a wavelength that we've never seen them operate at. Just see him in the game of Nottingham Forest. He came in through and played in a double pivot with Casemiro, but the number of balls we found ourselves getting will be really immense, one will say. But he operates like that because he always finds himself in a position of really being able to get that ball from the back four and connect the midfield to the attack. I think that job can be done by Casemiro single-handedly. Even when we are starting the ball from behind, we can make an interswitch. You know, Fred can pull a little bit higher than Eriksen. Then Eriksen starts the play with Casemiro, and as we progress into the second third of the pitch, then Fred knows his position and takes it back. I think that's how Ten Hag can really juggle it around into that game of football. On the left attacking side of the midfield, it's going to be Anthony, a man who really looks ripe. He is really looking ripe and ready to destroy any team right now. And him playing against Spanish sides, I think he's going to enjoy it. You know why? Sevilla is going to go all out and play on the front foot because they're home. They're footballing side. They are going to really call in United for what we call an end-to-end game. You know, get that ball, I'm going to pass you, and when you have that ball pass me, whoever really creates very many chances will surpass the other. And I think lots of spaces are going to be there for Anthony to exploit and skip past players like he did in the second goal of Nottingham. If at all he can get us like some 3 moments like that, and 1, he goes in for shot, 2, he finds an assist, then we will be good to go to really cause a lot of havoc to a side of Sevilla down in Spain. So Anthony, and he's one of those players I'm tipping to score. You know, I'm tipping to score because at Old Trafford he found himself hitting the crossbar. You know, he was denied by the crossbar, so that means he might find himself on the score sheet tomorrow on Thursday as we play Sevilla away from home. Then left attack midfielder Jadon Sancho, I think he's picking up, and these consistent run of games that Erik ten Hag is going to hate to give him, Sancho is really trying to show me those cameos and glances that he's soon back, that those signals that I'm back. I think if at all we are the amber system or the traffic light system, he's in orange, and very soon the red-green light is going to flash, you know, on Sancho's side, because he would have gotten himself a goal in the 42nd minute of the game of Nottingham Forest. He was in the mouth of the goal with very many bodies, and obviously he failed to find target. Then he found himself in positions of really scoring, though towards the end of the game, he shot that ball high and he was a little bit selfish. He would have gone ahead to find Anthony, or I will place Bruno, and obviously played him in. So I think he's going to be a very good player, and one of the positives that has gone ahead to really see Sancho likable by Erik ten Hag these games is simple. His work rate, his intensity, I think it's increasing, and it's just something new that's being introduced in his game. That's why he looked a little bit of a player who doesn't want to find himself in positions of really doing that way before, like in the game of Man City that saw us being beaten by 6-3, where Sancho couldn't track back and left Malacia exposed. Leading the line, Anton Martial. You know what it is when he's leading the line. Even the game of Nottingham Forest, he was the reason as to why we got that one goal. Pressing the back, pinpointing the ball with his front boot, and obviously finds Bruno. Bruno does an immediate return pass. Martial goes in for a shot. Kyle Navas just doesn't get hold of it to rebound into the vicinity of Anthony, and Anthony put the ball home. So I have lots of thoughts that United will find themselves in position of really creating very many chances, because even Martial at Old Trafford against Sevilla, he was involved in the 2 goals, meaning that at Sevilla, he's not going to be afraid of this stadium. He knows it better, and none of these players he's facing is really novice to him. He knows them very well, and I believe he's going to cause a lot of havoc to the team of Sevilla. So I look at that game of football and calling for a 2-1 or 3-1 win for Manchester United. That's it. I don't want us to go in for extra time, because we are having a huge game on Thursday. It's high time. Go into that game, score the first goal in the first 10 minutes, as we did at Old Trafford, then keep it tight at the back, hit them on the break again, get a second one, no messing up again, and let's put the game to bed. I'm having this weird thought that we can even put 4 past Sevilla. We are really a quality team. We are really a quality team. If at all we happen to bury our chances right, then we are going to cause a lot of havoc to Sevilla down in Spain. But I don't rule them out getting back and obviously finding themselves fired to this game of United. But I think our quality surpasses the quality of Sevilla, and I think Ten Hag has the best tactics to knock them out. I believe it. I believe we can knock them out. But if at all we happen to get the likes of Marcus Rashford's back, Sabitzer, Luke Shaw, Scott McTominay, then it's really going to be a sure deal for United. If at all you see Luke Shaw, Scott McTominay, Marcus Rashford and Sabitzer in that team traveling to Spain, it's a done deal for United. We are going to knock out them. You see, I'm even calling in for a 2-1 win by United or a 3-1 win by United when you're not having Sabitzer and Marcus Rashford. But what if they're here? It's a sure deal for United. So guys, thank you very much for watching it through. Your predictions are welcome in the comment section below. That has been my match preview of Sevilla versus United. Eriksen starts, Casemiro and Fred in that midfield. I know the worries of Harry Maguire, but I think they're not having pacey strikers that could go ahead and really cause him havoc, because even when we are playing against Nottingham that had Johnston, is this Johnston? Is it Awini? We didn't get exposed a lot. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I sign out for now. See you later, my Muslim friends. Ramadan Kareem.